Lomo did make a mistake there. He kept his barrack too far back. That barrack's going to go down. Hery's having the same problems. He's going to end up losing his barracks. Goliath's coming out to fight those raids back. The raid's superior maneuverability, though, allows Lomo to keep Hery pinned in his base with his secondary. Lomo, if he's smart, looks like he is correctly going for that third expansion, so we can get a superior production while he has Hery pinned in the base. I would expect, however, Hery to get some dropships shortly here and then just start going for a push. Looks like Hery's starting to go for the push now. His resources have been hit a little bit, and I don't see him getting very far with basically the units that Lomo has out. I mean, he has a decent amount of raids, a decent amount of tanks, and it looks like basically enough forces to repel some kind of incoming attack. It looks like he's happy enough to allow himself to push out of his base and maybe go for a third expansion here. He's bringing up more forces. It looks like he's trying to basically draw the lines. He's scanned, he sees basically what's happening, he sees that third expansion up, he realizes he's behind economically. He's got wraiths of his own. This is definitely actually going to turn out into a good match, a very interesting match. 4 factories going down, wraiths being produced. I like that both these players have decided to do a wraith tank Goliath battle out of any of the dual Terran matches. I think that's the most interesting situation we can end up or hope for. I think it's Lomo who has SEV in the far right position. I don't think he has anything that he can really use to defend that. The 2 Wraiths of Hery doing a great job of taking down that dropship. 2 tanks basically stranded now. He's going to pull up those 2 tanks, do as much damage to the gas production as possible. Right now, the gas production is just absolutely is going to be the lifeline, the bread and life of these players. The more gas that they can produce, the better they're going to have out in the field, because just so many gas-heavy units out. You have wraiths, you have tanks. Goliaths aren't as gas-heavy, but my guess is you're not going to see as many Goliaths out as you're going to see wraiths. It looks like they're going to be primary anti-air. Hery's prepping that third expansion, which I don't think he has enough forces to defend. Lomo also doesn't have really an area to defend. Looks like Lomo has some dropships out. He has some wraiths to defend it. He got some wraith on tank action up in the front. He's having to pull his wraith back to do an attack. I like the fact that Hery is basically kind of making a statement. Oh, terrible micromanagement with those wraiths right there, losing 2 wraiths to 1 wraith of Lomo. I'm not quite sure what that was. Probably the worst micromanagement of units I've seen in a while, losing 2 to the single unit. Basically trying to do kind of that standard mutalistic spin on it, and instead not pulling them out of range for the delayed target fire and ending up losing them both. Right now he's pulling up on Lobo's second expansion. The tank's basically setting up a decent siege line. He might be able to fight this off. It's right near his production. I expect him to be able to pull up some raids to attack and be able to move some tanks in. I'm not sure if Lomo, I know he has dropships. I'm not sure if he has those dropships nearby and ready to drop and save this second expansion. And here it comes. Actually, instead of going for the second expansion, he is going to go for Hery's main. I like that maneuver. It's aggressive. It's gonna do. Oh, this is excellent maneuver. Hery doesn't have any dropships. He doesn't have anything to fight this off. He's gonna. Looks like Hery. Oh, I take that back. Hery just got some dropships out, but it looks like Lomo spotted them. He's already got Goliaths on the ground to go attack those dropships. Those tanks being dropped, tank bombs being dropped backside, however they're immediately being taken down by the surrounding Goliaths. Good micro though on Hery's part to get rid of those tanks. That could have been a lot more devastating than it was, but he managed to minimize the damage. In the meantime, Lomo just trying to keep that command center alive, bleeding SCVs out left and right, just trying to supplement. That was really good micro to pull up SCVs to get a spot on those lower tanks. Still that Wraith going up, harassing. He's going to lose that Wraith to that turret though. I'm not sure if that was necessarily worth it. But definitely, it looks like Hery's got an expansion that's about to go up in the upper right. In the meantime, he's got a small drop that he's pulling back right now. But yeah, still the economic advantage still in Lomo's favor. The production advantage, I would say, though, has at this point swung to Hery. Hery looks like he's building another expansion. Looks like he's got 2 expansions going up, in fact, and he's got another one spotted in the right. He's going to know when that expansion is going to be scouted out, and even if he doesn't, he can set it down himself. The problem really is going to be defense. There's no way Hery can get out defense, and I think that's why he's delaying on building that expansion at the 2 o'clock position. In the meantime, Lomo has a sizable tank force. Looks like he's going up to... He's going to keep them back, though, to defend his main. I'm not sure if he has the dropships full. It looks like he does have dropships full. Another drop on that second expansion. Hery really wants to take that second expansion down. Looks like did a good job of pulling out a couple units. Looks like he might get a dropship out of this. Yeah, he took down one of Lomo's dropships. That was definitely an advantageous drop from his part. I mean, he lost a sizable amount of units. He did manage to escape, considering it was an ill-advised drop. Lomo, in the meantime, is gathering his forces. He's gathering up. Hery at this point is taking the opportunity of the lull in the fighting right now, as he sees them approaching. Did a good comsat, sees all of Lomo's forces approaching. He's going to siege out, create a nice wall. In the meantime, he's trying to seal up. He's going to wait until he gets a significant production advantage, which should be kicking in just a few minutes here, and then he's just going to be able to outproduce Lomo and just push him all the way up with just, my guess is a dual push along the left-hand side with some dropships and just some tanks running straight up the middle.